Welcome to Over 50, a place created especially for adults who believe that growing older should never mean growing weaker. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, this channel is for you. Here, we talk about real health topics that matter in this stage of life: strength, energy, nutrition, mobility, and simple habits that may help you stay active and independent for many years to come. Every video is designed to be clear, practical, and respectful of the experience that comes with age. Thoughtful. Because the truth is, turning 50 isn't the end of your strength. For many people, it's the moment they finally begin paying closer attention to their health. Maybe you want to keep up with your grandchildren. Maybe you want to stay strong enough to travel, walk, and enjoy life. Or maybe you simply want to wake up each morning feeling capable in your own body. Encouraging. Those goals matter, and they're absolutely worth working toward. So if you're someone who believes that healthy aging is possible with the right knowledge, the right habits, and a little encouragement along the way, you're in the right place. Thank you for being here, and welcome to the Over 50 community. Have you ever noticed that your muscles don't feel as strong as they used to? Maybe climbing the stairs feels a little harder. Maybe opening a jar takes more effort than it once did. Or perhaps you simply feel weaker than you remember feeling a few years ago. If you're over 50, or especially over 60, this experience is incredibly common. But here's something interesting many people don't realize. Researchers have found that what you eat in the evening may play a bigger role in muscle health than most people think. In fact, some doctors and nutrition experts say that one simple nighttime eating habit may help support muscle strength as we age. And the surprising part? It isn't a rare supplement, it isn't an expensive powder, and it isn't something complicated. It's a simple, everyday food that many Americans already have in their kitchen. Tonight, we're going to talk about why muscle loss happens after 50, why the evening hours are so important for muscle repair, and how eating the right food before bed may help support stronger muscles as you age. If you care about staying active, staying independent, and keeping your strength for the years ahead, this is something worth understanding. And as always, the goal of this video is education. Everyone's body is different, so if you have specific health concerns, it's always a good idea to talk with your healthcare provider before making changes to your diet. Now, let's begin with something many people are surprised to learn. After the age of 50, the body naturally begins to lose muscle. This process is known in medical science as age-related muscle decline. You might hear professionals refer to it as sarcopenia. But you don't need to remember the medical word. All you really need to know is this. After midlife, the body becomes less efficient at building and maintaining muscle tissue. Even people who feel healthy and active may gradually lose muscle each year. Research suggests that adults can lose around 3 to 8% of their muscle mass per decade after age 30, and the rate may increase after age 60. This doesn't just affect strength. Muscle plays an important role in many areas of health, including balance, metabolism, blood sugar regulation, and overall mobility. When muscle declines, everyday activities can slowly become more difficult. Standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, walking long distances, even maintaining good posture. This is one reason many doctors encourage older adults to pay close attention to both nutrition and movement as they age. But here's something fascinating. For many years, people believed that exercise alone was the key to maintaining muscle. Exercise is extremely important, of course, but modern research suggests that nutrition timing may also matter more than we once thought. And that brings us to something happening in your body every single night. While you sleep, your body enters a repair and recovery mode. During the night, cells repair themselves. Hormones that support tissue recovery are released, and your muscles go through a natural rebuilding process. But here's the challenge. If your body does not have enough unavailable protein and nutrients during this overnight period, muscle repair may be less efficient. That's where this simple nighttime habit comes in. Some doctors and nutrition researchers have found that eating a small amount of protein before bed may help support overnight muscle repair, especially in older adults. And one of the easiest foods to do this with is something very simple: cottage cheese. Now, before you click away thinking this is just another trendy health tip, let's talk about why this food gets so much attention from nutrition experts. Cottage cheese contains a type of protein called casein. Unlike some proteins that digest quickly, casein digests slowly. That means it releases amino acids gradually over several hours. In other words, if someone eats a moderate portion of cottage cheese in the evening, their body may continue receiving protein while they sleep. Some studies suggest that this slow release of amino acids may help support muscle repair overnight. Again, it's not a miracle food, but for some people, it can be a simple and practical addition to a healthy diet. Another reason cottage cheese is often recommended for older adults is its nutritional profile. It's relatively high in protein while also being moderate in calories. For example, a typical half-cup serving may contain around 12 to 14 grams of protein. It also provides nutrients like calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin B12, which are important for bone health and energy metabolism. For adults over 50, maintaining both muscle strength and bone health becomes increasingly important. Strong muscles help support joints. Strong bones help reduce fracture risk. And when both systems work together, daily movement tends to feel easier. Now, cottage cheese is just one example. There are other foods that provide similar slow-digesting protein. Greek yogurt, for instance, can also be a good option. Eggs, lean poultry, tofu, and certain types of fish may also support muscle health when included regularly in a balanced diet. But what makes cottage cheese particularly convenient is that it's easy to prepare. There's no cooking required. You can simply scoop a small portion into a bowl and enjoy it plain or with other healthy foods. Some people like to add berries for flavor and antioxidants. Others prefer a small sprinkle of nuts or seeds. A few slices of peach or apple can also make it more enjoyable. The key is to keep portions moderate and balanced. For many adults, about half a cup to 1 cup may be enough to provide helpful protein without feeling too heavy before sleep. Of course, every person's nutritional needs are different. Someone who is very active may require more protein overall. Someone with kidney conditions or certain medical concerns may need different guidance. That's why it's always wise to check with a healthcare professional if you're unsure what's best for you. Now let's talk about another factor many people overlook when it comes to muscle loss after 50, and that is total daily protein intake. For decades, many adults followed diets that were relatively low in protein. Breakfast might be toast or cereal, lunch might be a sandwich, dinner might contain some protein, but often not very much. But newer research suggests that older adults may actually benefit from slightly higher protein intake than younger adults. This is because aging muscles can become less responsive to small amounts of protein. Some scientists call this anabolic resistance. Again, the medical term isn't important. The simple idea is this: as we age, muscles may need a little more nutritional support to maintain strength. That doesn't mean extremely high protein diets are necessary, but spreading protein throughout the day can be helpful. For example, eggs or yogurt in the morning, chicken, fish, beans, or tofu at lunch, lean protein at dinner, and possibly a small protein snack in the evening. This approach may help provide the building blocks muscles need across the entire day. Now let's talk about something else that works together with nutrition: movement. Even the best diet cannot fully support muscle health without some level of physical activity. The good news is that exercise does not have to be intense. For many adults over 60, simple strength activities can make a meaningful difference. This might include light resistance bands, bodyweight exercises like wall push-ups, chair squats, light dumbbells, or even regular gardening and walking. When muscles are gently challenged, the body receives a signal to maintain and repair those tissues. When that signal is combined with proper nutrition, the results may be even more supportive. Some research suggests that protein consumed after activity or later in the evening may help enhance overnight muscle recovery. Again, results vary between individuals, but many experts agree that combining movement and nutrition tends to produce better outcomes than either one alone. Now let's talk about a few simple tips that may help support muscle health after 50. First, try to include a source of protein with each meal. This doesn't have to be complicated. Eggs, yogurt, fish, chicken, beans, lentils, tofu, and dairy products can all help provide protein. Second, consider a small evening protein option, if it fits your lifestyle. For some people, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or a small handful of nuts may provide helpful nutrients overnight. Third, stay physically active. Muscles respond best when they are used regularly. Even short daily walks and light strength exercises may help maintain strength over time. Fourth, pay attention to vitamin D and calcium intake, which support bone health and muscle function. Many older adults have lower vitamin D levels, especially in colder climates or during winter months. Your healthcare provider can help determine whether supplementation is appropriate. Fifth, focus on overall balanced nutrition. Muscle health is not just about protein. Fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, and whole grains all contribute important nutrients that support energy, circulation, and recovery. Before we continue, it's important to include a quick reminder. This video is meant for general educational purposes and should not replace personalized medical advice. Everyone's health history is unique. If you have medical conditions, dietary restrictions, or concerns about protein intake, it's always best to consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional before making changes. Now here's something encouraging. Muscle loss is not completely unavoidable. While some changes with aging are natural, research continues to show that lifestyle habits can make a real difference. Many adults in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s maintain impressive levels of strength. They stay active, they pay attention to nutrition, and they keep their bodies moving. It's not about perfection, it's about consistent small choices over time. A balanced meal, a short walk, a few minutes of light resistance exercise, a nutritious evening snack. These simple habits may seem small in the moment, but over months and years, they can add up to meaningful support for muscle health. And perhaps most importantly, they support something every person values as they age: independence. Being able to move comfortably, being able to enjoy time with family, being able to do everyday activities without unnecessary struggle. These are the real goals behind conversations about muscle health, not extreme diets, not unrealistic fitness programs, just practical steps that help people feel their best as the years go by. So if you found this information helpful, remember that this channel is dedicated to sharing simple, research-informed health education designed especially for adults over 50 and 60. Each week we explore topics like healthy aging, nutrition, mobility, and everyday habits that may support long-term well-being. If you'd like more videos like this, consider subscribing to Over 50 and joining our growing community of adults who care about staying strong, active, and informed. And if you know someone who might benefit from learning about simple ways to support muscle health after 50, feel free to share this video with them as well. Thank you for spending this time with us. And here's to staying strong, staying curious, and continuing to care for your health, one small habit at a time. Another helpful idea many nutrition experts often mention is the importance of consistency. One healthy meal or one good snack won't suddenly change your muscle health overnight. What truly makes a difference is what happens day after day, week after week. Our bodies respond to patterns. If the body regularly receives the nutrients it needs, along with gentle physical activity, it becomes much easier to maintain strength over time. Many adults over 60 say they wish someone had explained this earlier in life. Because muscle loss often happens gradually, people sometimes don't notice it until everyday tasks begin to feel more difficult. But the encouraging news is that the body can still respond to positive changes, even later in life. Studies have shown that older adults can still build or maintain muscle when they combine proper nutrition with regular activity. The process may be slower than it was at age 25, but improvement is still very possible. And that's why simple habits, like a small, protein-rich food in the evening, have become a topic of interest among researchers. Let's talk a little more about what happens during sleep. When you fall asleep, your body does far more than just rest. Inside your body, many systems remain active. Cells repair damage, hormones are released, energy is restored, and tissues, including muscle tissue, go through a recovery process. But during sleep, your body is also in a fasting state. You're not eating for several hours. For younger people, this overnight fasting period usually isn't a major concern. Their bodies tend to handle it more efficiently. However, as we age, the body sometimes becomes less efficient at holding on to muscle tissue during long periods without nutrients. That's one reason some nutrition experts suggest that a small, balanced evening snack containing protein may help support muscle maintenance overnight for some individuals. Again, this doesn't mean everyone needs a late-night snack. Some people prefer not to eat late in the evening, and that's perfectly fine too. The most important thing is ensuring that your overall daily nutrition supports muscle health. For some people, an evening protein source simply makes that easier. Now let's discuss another factor that plays a role in muscle strength after 50. Amino acids. Protein is made up of smaller building blocks called amino acids. When you eat protein-rich foods, your digestive system breaks those proteins down into amino acids. These amino acids then travel through your bloodstream and help your body repair and build tissues. One particular amino acid often mentioned in muscle research is called leucine. Leucine plays a role in signaling the body to begin muscle repair and building processes. Foods like dairy products, eggs, poultry, fish, and legumes contain leucine and other essential amino acids. Cottage cheese and Greek yogurt, for example, contain a balance of amino acids that the body can use to support muscle recovery. But again, no single food works alone. Think of it more like a team effort inside your body. Protein provides building blocks. Exercise provides the signal for muscles to stay strong. Vitamins and minerals support the chemical processes that allow muscles to function. Hydration supports circulation and nutrient delivery. And sleep provides the recovery time needed for all of these processes to work together. When these factors align, the body tends to function more smoothly. Now, something else that becomes increasingly important with age is appetite awareness. Many adults notice that their appetite changes as they get older. Some people feel full more quickly. Others may unintentionally eat less because they are less active or because their routine changes after retirement. While eating slightly less can sometimes be normal, consistently eating too little may reduce the amount of protein and nutrients the body receives. That's why nutrient-dense foods become especially valuable after 50. Foods that provide more nutrition in smaller portions can help the body get what it needs without requiring very large meals. Examples include eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beans and lentils, fish, lean poultry, nuts and seeds, tofu. These foods provide protein along with other helpful nutrients. Another helpful habit many dietitians recommend is balanced meal timing. Instead of having one large protein-heavy meal at dinner and very little earlier in the day, spreading protein across multiple meals may help the body use it more effectively. For example, some experts suggest aiming for moderate protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, rather than concentrating most of it in one meal. This approach may provide the body with a more steady supply of amino acids throughout the day. And if someone chooses to include a small evening snack like cottage cheese or yogurt, that can sometimes help extend that nutrient support overnight. Now let's also talk about hydration, which many people don't immediately connect with muscle health. Muscle tissue contains a significant amount of water. When the body becomes dehydrated, muscle function can become less efficient. Fatigue may increase, and recovery after physical activity may take longer. Older adults sometimes experience a slightly reduced sense of thirst, which means they may not always feel thirsty even when their body needs fluids. Simple habits like drinking water regularly throughout the day can help support overall health, including muscle function. Another often overlooked factor is balance and stability. Maintaining muscle strength helps support balance, which becomes increasingly important as we age. Strong leg muscles, core muscles, and back muscles help keep the body stable while walking, standing, and changing positions. Activities like gentle strength training, stretching, and balance exercises may help support these systems. Many community centers, senior wellness programs, and physical therapists offer simple exercise routines designed specifically for older adults. Even exercises performed while sitting in a chair can help activate muscles and encourage circulation. For those who prefer something more social, activities like group walking clubs, water aerobics, or beginner yoga classes can provide both physical movement and social connection. And social engagement itself has been associated with better overall health and well-being in older adults. Another point worth mentioning is sleep quality. Nutrition can support muscle repair, but the body also needs adequate rest. Most adults benefit from around 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, although individual needs may vary. During deep sleep stages, certain hormones involved in tissue repair and recovery become more active. If sleep is consistently interrupted or shortened, the body may have less time to complete these repair processes. Simple habits that support sleep quality may include maintaining a regular bedtime schedule, reducing bright screens late in the evening, and keeping the bedroom environment calm and comfortable. Some people also find that a light evening snack containing protein and a small amount of healthy carbohydrates helps them feel satisfied and sleep more comfortably. Again, this varies from person to person. Another interesting area researchers are exploring is the relationship between muscle health and metabolic health. Muscles play an important role in how the body processes blood sugar. Healthy muscle tissue helps absorb glucose from the bloodstream and use it for energy. This is one reason maintaining muscle strength may support overall metabolic balance. Regular physical activity and balanced nutrition both contribute to this process. For adults concerned about blood sugar levels, working with a healthcare provider or registered dietitian can help create a personalized plan that supports both muscle health and metabolic health. Something else many people overlook is the emotional side of healthy aging. Maintaining strength is not just about physical ability, it's also about confidence. When people feel strong enough to move comfortably, they are often more likely to stay active, socialize, travel, and participate in hobbies they enjoy. But when weakness or fatigue increases, some individuals begin limiting their activities. Over time, this reduction in movement can sometimes lead to further muscle decline. That's why maintaining strength, even small improvements, can have a positive ripple effect across many areas of life. And remember, Strength doesn't always mean lifting heavy weights or performing intense workouts. For many adults over 60, strength simply means being able to carry groceries, climb stairs, walk comfortably, and maintain balance. Those everyday abilities are incredibly valuable, and the habits that support them don't have to be extreme. They can be gentle, sustainable, and realistic. Small walks, light stretching, balanced meals, adequate hydration, proper rest, and perhaps a simple protein-rich snack in the evening if it fits comfortably into your routine. All of these habits work together to support the body over time. Many people are surprised to learn that it's never too late to support muscle health. Even individuals who begin light strength training later in life have shown improvements in muscle function in various studies. The key is starting slowly and safely. And if someone has medical conditions or mobility concerns, working with a healthcare professional or physical therapist can help ensure exercises are appropriate and safe. In many cases, healthcare providers are happy to guide patients towards simple lifestyle changes that support healthy aging. Because ultimately, the goal is not perfection, the goal is progress. And progress can begin with very small steps. As we wrap up, it's important to remember something encouraging. Getting older does not automatically mean becoming weak. Yes, the body changes with age. Muscle repair can slow down, and strength may decline if we ignore it. But research continues to show that small daily habits can make a meaningful difference, even after 50, 60, or beyond. Simple choices, like staying active, eating balanced meals, getting enough rest, and making sure your body receives enough protein, may help support the muscles that keep you moving and independent. For some people, something as simple as adding a small protein-rich food in the evening, like cottage cheese or Greek yogurt, can be one practical way to support the body during the overnight recovery process. It's not a magic solution, and results can vary, but when combined with regular movement and balanced nutrition, it may help support healthy aging. And remember, every person's body and health history is different. If you're considering changes to your diet, exercise routine, or protein intake, it's always wise to speak with your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional who understands your individual needs. The most important message is this: strength can be supported at any age. Your body responds to care, consistency, and attention, so take it one step at a time. Keep moving your body in ways that feel comfortable. Choose foods that nourish and support you. Stay curious about your health, and give your body the rest it needs to recover and rebuild. Healthy aging isn't about chasing perfection. It's about building habits that help you feel strong, capable, and confident in everyday life. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to Over 50 Touch, where we share simple, research-informed health education each week, designed especially for adults who want to stay active, informed, and independent as the years go by. And if you know a friend, parent, or loved one who might benefit from learning more about supporting muscle health after 50, feel free to share this video with them. Thank you for spending this time with us, and we'll see you in the next video.